So I guess it's time for me to do my final video update. This is Tokyo, Asakusa, Tokyo actually right now. On the 24th of December, I'll be catching my plane today at 8 p.m. tonight. Just finished with some souvenir shopping, and now I don't really know what I'm doing because I have so much time to kill, but didn't really want to spend any more money because I have to take it out in $100 chunks, and I don't really need anything else, I don't think. I think I've gotten everyone a good amount of souvenirs. It's a really nice day outside today. As long as the sun's out and it's cold, not bad at all. It's when you're behind in the shade or it's raining like it was a few days ago. But yeah, my overall experience here, I would say, was awesome. It was different than I expected. I expected more weirdness out of Japan instead of stuff that made sense, but what I got was more stuff that made sense instead of weirdness. Like I was expecting just like funny shirts and English everywhere and just me to be like Godzilla to these people, but it's really like quite the opposite. It's pretty normal, and like it's a different way of life, but I can see how it's a normal way, which was interesting. And just some of the stuff that just makes sense, like their toilets are amazing, and their subway system is ridiculously amazing. Like I'm walking around and I don't know exactly where I'm at, but it doesn't really matter because I know I could find a subway and I could use the subway line to find the place I need to get to. So like you can never get lost, which is so nice and reassuring, and combine that with it being safe, and you have a place that you can completely wander around and get lost in and enjoy the sights completely stress-free, which has been probably the greatest part about this, is that, you know, eventually you just become so accustomed to it here. You just walk around everywhere and try new stuff. And I really like that about Japan. I really liked its safety, like I said, like people just leaving bikes out and their purses and stuff open, and just like they'll go to the bathroom, leave their purse sitting there, and just like stuff that it seems silly, but it's like it's so safe. Like there's barely any cops because you don't really need them. Let's see. But yeah, like everything just makes a lot of sense for a lot of people. Like their politeness, especially in the subway, is good. Like the people who are going to get on, I mean, it sounds stupid, but the people who are going to get on all go to the sides of the doors, and then they wait and they let everyone out. They let everyone out from the subway that was on the subway, and then you get in, and it's just like little stuff. And when you see how many people are going in and out, it makes a really big difference. And it's like a huge deal, but it's something like so like simple. It's something like very simple, but that definitely makes like a big difference. Let's see where I'm at. But yeah, so like the subway was amazing. The stores and stuff are interesting. It's very high fashion here. Everyone has really nice clothes. And so that means that the people who don't really stick out here, and I imagine the bullying's pretty bad because it is very, you could say conformist, but they also look pretty damn good. Like it's like very nice sweaters, very nice scarves, very put together outfits, and everyone has it. It's like the girls and the guys, very, very well dressed. And then you see like the one or two people that aren't, and it makes them stand out a lot, and it usually looks like people who are kind of like social outcasts would wear something different than everyone else. So that's interesting. The places are just so small and like crowded. Like I couldn't even, sometimes in shops I'd have to go in sideways because my shoulders were too broad and I'd hit the counters on each side. Like that's how tight these places were. And then with a backpack on, made it even worse. So there was a lot of stuff like that like I couldn't do. And something else about Japan is like, I guess because they have so many buildings and they're so tall that they just kind of make you feel like you're in a valley all the time. And so you don't really feel like there's much sky. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't really like how it feels, and I don't think I'd like living in New York because of this. It's what I kind of found out. It just, because everything's so concrete and everything goes up so high, like, yeah, you can see sky, but it doesn't feel like open sky. Like it like you don't even look up. Like I don't feel like anyone looks up. It's just like you can see, like it's just like you see city mostly. You don't see any sky. And I don't know, after a while I think that starts to get to you. Like, or not get to you, but it just changes your way of thinking. Like you perceive it as like, oh, there's just buildings, and you become like you get smashed into this little world instead of feeling, I guess, a little bit more open and free. You definitely feel compressed in here, and I think I'd feel very compressed. Like I think it makes you feel less significant for some reason, which you'd think would be the opposite, but it's not, for me at least. So yeah, just the place feels very small and it feels very concrete-y after a while. But there's cool stuff. I like the 7-Eleven food, and I was surprised too. I was expecting, I guess, a land of more beautiful people, and they're really not. I mean, it's kind of rough to say, but there are just as many ugly people here as in America or anywhere else, I'd imagine. It's not a beautiful country, let's put it like that. Obviously, dentistry, not a big deal here. But yeah, let's see. Dory. Don't know where I'm at. Oh, I think I do actually. Did you hear those brakes? Some people, I think, let their brakes go squeaky here on their bikes, and they use it as a warning mechanism when they're coming up behind you, instead of just a little cling, 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 like one of those. They'll use that. It's kind of annoying. But yeah, there's so many little shops in Japan, and I don't know how they stay open, but I guess it's just so many people. That's just a giant consumer. Like, you just can't. You can run any business, it seems like, just because there's so many people, someone's gonna try your stuff. Oh, and that brings up another topic. Everyone has a freaking hobby. And like when I say hobby, I mean something that they're trying to perfect. Like the yo-yo store is crazy. Like every little yo-yo and like every part, and like there's such niche stuff here, or niche. Like it's insane. Like everyone has something that they want to do and be the best at. Whether it's like writing pens, like collecting pens. Everyone collects something here, or does something weird and like their own thing. Like there's military stores that sell like fake military surplus from the United States, and like some of them specialize in that. Like that's their thing, like collecting military surplus. Or like some people do like pins, like I was saying, like there's a store that was just all different kinds of pins, and like all these guys are like in there like, ooh, like which pin is this, you know? And like obviously anime and manga and building models and running trains and like just like all these little things. And I know we do it in the US too, but it's just everyone like has a specialty. Like some guys would collect like hip hop stuff from the US, and like you'd see them and they're all dressed like a rap star and like stuff like that. So it's really, really interesting. It seems like when there's this many people, you just really focus in on the clique that you want to join, and it becomes everything to you, and you just kind of, because there's so many people, you ignore everyone else. So it's really weird. People really zone in, I feel like, on what they want to do in their own life, and it's kind of to the detriment of everyone else, I feel like. I don't know, you get a really weird sense of like Japan pride, but also with a lot of like indifference towards other people, because there's so many other people, you can't really care about people anymore. I don't know, it's this weird sense I got. But yeah, I'm at 7-Eleven, so I'm gonna get some water to drink. And then relax in the hostel, I think, a little bit more. But, yeah, those were just some thoughts, kind of in the conclusion of Japan. So, talk to you later.